Phoenix, Arizona. It's so much warmer and nicer there. Ryan joins us. Ryan, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
How you doing, Ken?
Well, Ryan, I'm living the dream. I'm getting over a cold, so I sound awful, but I feel great. How's that?
Awesome.
Fantastic. How can I help?
So I'm hoping you can give me some advice as to how to ask for a raise.
Okay. When was the last time you got a raise, or have you gotten a raise at this current company?
So I got a cost of living raise last year, which amounted to about $1,000. So a little background. I've been with the company for 9 years now. Started at the bottom as a laborer, worked myself into a couple promotions as a supervisor, and as of 4 years ago, I am the sales manager managing the western region of the United States.
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you. And this is for a environmental service company. And I don't know if you want to get into the salary specifics or...
No, because you called me saying, what's the best way to ask for a raise? And my answer is always the same. I wanted to know your history a little bit to see if, because you've clearly gotten promoted, and I'm assuming you got raises with each of those promotions.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've been in this sales leader role, and so you got a cost of living raise only last year.
Yes.
Okay, so before we get into my answer, I want to know what your goal is. So let's just say that I got your leader on the line, and you knew I was going to close the deal. Realistically, all right. And I'm calling. I'm going, hey, listen, Ryan needs a raise. And the guy's like, or the gal's like, oh yeah, you're probably right. What would make Ryan happy? What's the raise? What are you looking for?
I would like at least a $10,000 to $15,000 raise compared to that, and I'd come up with that number just based on the success that I've had last year and the improvements that I've made since I've taken over this role. Okay,
great. I love that answer because you're going to need to be able to make that case, and I'll tell you how to do it momentarily, but you want to be able to make the case that you drove big results. And so the increase in your income is very proportionate to how much money you made the company or how much money you saved the company. Do you have the rest of that formula?
It would all be because I've made the company a substantial amount more money.
How much more money than projected did you bring the company?
So so I get a salary and a commission. So my commission is based on percentage of revenue planned for a year. Just for instance, 2021, and I haven't received December's numbers yet, but January through November, I was at 184% of my plan, so 84% over my plan.
Fantastic. So I just think it's good for you in your head to be able to say easily, so let's take the high number, a $15,000 bump is a X percent of how much additional revenue and profit you brought the company. It's just a nice little, you know what I'm saying? It's like I expect this, I want this, I've done this, and I would love to, look at a compensation package that's this based on not just your performance, but then have you done your research on comparative salaries for somebody that does what you do in the industry that you do it in Phoenix, and it has your experience and skill set?
Yeah, so just for reference, I started this position with no sales experience. So I came in I accepted the position at a lower salary than some of the other salespeople have in the company.
No, I understand, but let me just ask you point blank. Have you've done the research, and so if you look at comparative experience and skill set, comparative industry, and same zip code, where is your comp package? Is it low, medium, or high?
It would be comparable to what I'm asking for.
Okay. So is it low, medium, or high?
What I'm making right now is what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fairly low.
Okay, good. So you want to go in with that. Okay, so here's my response to anybody who ever calls the show and says, how do I ask for a raise? The first thing is you don't ask for a raise. in a direct way. That just always, it's something about this conversation. And very few leaders are healthy enough, if I can be honest. Why can't I be honest? It's the Ken Coleman Show. Of course I'm honest. It's a silly phrase. I don't know why people say that. I'm correcting myself. Honestly, most people can't handle it. Leaders, they get all squirrely and squishy. And so I'm trying to help you understand that human element and be aware of it and then overcome it. So instead of going in and going, hey, listen, I just would like to talk to you about a raise, immediately their defenses go up. No matter how you say it, no matter how humble your posture is, it just doesn't work. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go in to your leader and I want you to go, hey, listen, last year was a great year. And again, you could fill in the details, but I'm going to give you a very real example of how I want you to approach this, okay? Mm-hmm. Instead of 5 tips, I'm going to show you how I would do it. I'd walk in and go, hey, thanks for the meeting. Man, I just wanted to review last year with you and look forward. And, just put together some quick numbers. This is what the team did. My goals, we exceeded them. We 184% of goal or whatever it ends up being. And we saw this improvement, this improvement, this improvement. And man, I'm fired up. And I'm sure you are too. And I'm so grateful that I get to do this because I started out in this position and thankfully this company has developed me and promoted me to where I am now. And I want to keep growing. I want to grow my responsibility. I want to grow my influence. And of course, I want to grow my income. And so I wanted to just sit with you and go, hey, based on where we are, my current comp plan, I did some research on it and I can give that to you. And you would have it in front of you to show that your current comp package, as you look at the marketplace, is on the low side. And go, but I'm so grateful. I want to be here. And so I'm all about commission and making more of what I bring to the company. And so I'm not putting you on the spot today to figure it out today, but I wanted to talk about where I can grow personally, professionally, some skills that I can add. Maybe some qualifications that if I get those, it benefits the company in my role. You're coming at this from I want to know where I can get better, how I can get better, things that I need to change or things that I need to add. So that's a humble, hungry person right there. You still tracking with me?
Yes, sir.
And then I also would love to put a comp plan in place, a new comp plan in place that is really based on where I am in the marketplace and the results that we're driving. And that if I win financially, you win big. And so I'd love to just do that because obviously I want to increase my comp, but I want it to increase as a result of growth in these other areas, personal growth, professional growth, and then responsibility and influence. That's the way to approach that. So we've approached the raise, but we didn't go in and go, hey, I'd like to talk about a raise. You see the difference?
Yeah, I do.
So go at it that way. Put your Ryan spin on that. Okay?
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah, and hey, listen, homework, humble, but also confidence. By the way, a lot of people think that, like, if you're confident, you're not humble. And that's the biggest bunch of crap. I mean, I could be confident in who I am, what I can do, how I can do it, but I don't have to act like a big jerk and self-promote and tell everybody. So humility is like, hey, I'm not the cat's meow. I'm not the greatest thing in the world. But when we're having a conversation about this, I can deliver on this. I don't have to be bombastic and stick my chest out. I don't have to do all that, but I can lay it out and go, hey, it's what I've done. Here's what I want to do, why I want to do it. Love the call, Ryan.